Salale. Mambo ndio hiyo. Ati Ruto anadanganywa ati Nyanza itampigia kura. Kama Nyanza inafurahia Chebukati amekufa. Na ajaribu kuangalia hizi clips zenye ziko TikTok. Seriously, Nyanza itampea kura? Hapana, haiwezi. That is a big no. Because ile ishara ingekuwa wangesema oi Chebukati amepass away. Ndio, tunajua kuna ile uchungu kwa familia. But ujue hapa shida ni Ruto. By the way, hapa shida ni Ruto. Kwa sababu mbona wanafurahia? Unajua, hiyo ni ishara moja. Ruto anasemanga ni profesa wa siasa. But hiyo ni big no. Tunyanza, hiyo ni big no. Upende usipende Ruto, hawezi wakakupea kura. Hawezi. So please, panga mpango ingine. Nyanza is a big no. Hiyo ni ishara moja tu ya kuonyesha. Siwe ni profesa wa siasa. Jaribu kuangalia. Angalia hizo clips na uangalie vile Luo Nyanza. Hawezi kupatia kura zao. Believe me. Andika hapo.
And I want to tell Kalonzo Musyoka to please leave us alone. Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka, please leave us alone. We are still hurting as a people. This idea that every now and then, before elections, people run to Raila'S, that he is a good man, he must save Kenya, he must fight for Kenya, and when the time comes for elections, they sabotage him. So we have made a conscious decision to work with President William Ruto. So Kalonzo Musyoka and your ilk, please leave us alone. But more importantly, as a people, we have made a conscious decision. And as things stand, there are only two formations, two political formations going forward. Either you are with the broad-based coalition that I belong to, or you are with the Wamunyoro coalition. There are no two ways. There's no third way. Two. You are either with us in the broad-based arrangement, or you are with Wamunyoro. So don't confuse us. So stop confusing us. Just declare where you stand, and then we decide how to handle you. There are vultures. There are political vultures who have fed on Raila'S political blood for far too long. These are the vultures who would always want to see Baba languishing on the streets all the time, as they benefit politically. Those vultures, we must call you out because your time is up. And those vultures are not just out there, they are also here.
Halo babu, haujaangalia news? Sasa kuna breaking news kwa TV hapa, hata mimi naangalia. Raila ameungana na Ruto. Wameachana mambo ya maandamano kila kitu. Si hapa naangalia kwa TV nyumbani hapa KBC Radio Maisha, Radio Z ya Radio Kaya. Nakwambia unga umesemekana kuanzia Jumatatu shilingi 70. Wewe fungua TV sasa, fungua Radio Citizen hapo TV. Milele FM. Si ndio hiyo moja nakwambia wamekubaliana, Raila amesaini mkataba hata andamana tena kwa miaka 70 inayokuja. Wewe bwana, nakwambia watu wameungana, kumbe walikuwa watatuchezea, wote wanajuana, wamekunywa hata hawajafanya handshake peke yake, wamehug, kumbatiana kabisa. Si ndo nakwambia ilikuwa tu watu wanakimbizana kimbi bure, kumbe hao watu hata wanatuletea hata kumbi. Na siko feri, mimi niko kwa nyumba saa hii. Nikeleleza feri, lakini nyumba yangu iko imeconnectwa na radio ya feri. Nakwambia wanasiasa wote wameungana, wamesema hawagomi tena, yani hata mambo imetengezeka Kenya nzima saa hii. Sukari itakuwa kilo 1.30 saa hii, wamesalimiana. Siko feri mimi, nakwambia niko kwa nyumba naangalia TV.
Baba Raila Amolo Odinga. Sasa wacha nikwambie kitu moja baba. Sisi tunakuheshimu sana. Lakini kama ulikuwa unaenda kutafuta 200,000 za kura zenye ulikuwa umeachwa nazo kwa Ruto, hapo umenoa baba. Wacha nikwambie ukweli. Free advice. Ulikuwa umeachwa na Ruto na almost 200,000 peke yake. Sasa wewe unaenda kupoteza kura milioni 4 kwa sababu wenye walikuwa wamepigia Ruto hawezi wakampigia, mnaenda kushikana na yeye. Sasa unaenda hesabu ya kuanguka badala ile hesabu ya kupita. Sasa baba, hata sometimes unatuangushanga sana, hata tukiwa mashabiki yako unatuangushanga baba. Ai.
Na watu 5, sijui amekutana na watu 20, sijui amekutana na ngapi. Ajui some of us can call 1,000,000 people. Yeah, so muambie wakuwe na heshima, si ndio?
Gachagua ni mobilizer bro. Wacha niwaambie, unajua Ruto angepata kura kama Gachagua yuko. Gachagua ni mobilizer, my friend. Huyo ni mafia. Nyinyi mnaona Gachagua tu ni kama mjinga na ile nguo zake zinakaa kubwa hivi. My friends, that is why unasikia Ruto anaamka kila asubuhi na kugonga Gachagua, my friends. Anajua labda sasa mfungie Gachagua kabisa asitoke. Na vile saa hii tumefika, hata mkimfungia, by the way Gachagua ni unstoppable. My friends, wacha vile mnaona Gachagua ni kama pumbavu.
9 years in prison in the 80s fighting against one-party rule and was the country's prime minister till 2013.
Thanks for joining me.
Raila Odinga, 3 times you've run for president of Kenya. 3 times you've lost. You're now running for a 4th time and you're already behind in the polls. Isn't it time maybe to get the hint from your fellow Kenyans that they don't want you as their president?
I think the answer should be that 3 times I've ran, 2 times I've won, and I have been robbed 2 times.
You have robbed 2 times. Yes. When were the 2 times you were robbed? In 2007 and 2013?
13, correct.
Okay, well, let's talk about those very briefly. 2013, as you well know, most of the international monitors from the Carter Center, from the EU, from the Commonwealth said you lost fair and square. In 2007, most people agree that there was vote rigging. It was a very dodgy election, to say the least. But of course, the independent commission that looked into the 2007 election said that there was vote rigging on both sides. Aren't you just annoyed that you're not as good at vote rigging as your opponents?
Actually, I'm proud that I'm not as good in vote rigging. So I don't
but you tried.
I don't
Both
think
sides tried to rig that election. That's what the independent commission said.
Nothing could be further from the truth. We did not, in 2007, try to rig. And as you know, that there was an exit poll by the International Republican Institute, which was never published because of intervention of some other forces. But it showed very clearly that I won fair and square.
But you're saying people on your side in all these elections never cheat. It's only the other side that cheats.
I'm saying that we never have any reason to cheat because we're always very confident that we're going to win.
Well, maybe you should chat to one of your governors, James Ongwa. After your party lost in 2007, there were, of course, violent protests across the country. There was a violent crackdown by the government. Thousands of Kenyans were killed, at least 40% of them by the police. Hundreds of thousands displaced from their homes, looting, arson, rape, vandalism. You say you want to avoid violence in the future, and yet in 2014 you claimed people were so angry with the current government that they were, quote, willing to take the bullet, and so were you. Your Nairobi chairman said last October, in 2017, we only have 1 bullet remaining. For Raila to be president, a few people must die. How is that not incitement to violence ahead of an election?
I think that he was completely misquoted. I saw the clip. He never said that a few people must die. He said that if they try to rig again, we are not going to accept it.
When you say not going to accept it, do you mean peacefully accept it or violently accept it?
Demonstrations are basically allowed even by our constitution to protest if something is unfair. I think this is what he had in mind.
When you say, for example, to the New York Times in 2014 that you're willing to take a bullet, that kind of talk is not helpful, given what happened in Kenya in 2007.
I think that is also a misrepresentation. We never say that we are prepared to take a bullet. We say that we will not accept this just lying down.
New York Times says they asked you, were you willing to take a bullet? Mr. Odinga tossed peanuts into his mouth and grunted yes. That's what the New York Times says.
Taking a bullet basically means that you're prepared to be shot.
In 2008, at the height of the violence, the protests, people were telling you to ask your supporters to calm down, to de-escalate. And you said, quote, "I refuse to be asked to give the Kenyan people an anesthetic so that they can be raped." Is that not a provocative remark in the middle of violence?
It is not a provocative remark. People basically are protesting something that has been unfair. In other words, you basically tell the provocateur to stop his provocation.
And you've referred to the government of the time, the government of Kibaki, as provocateurs. You've pointed the finger at them for their violence. A lot of human rights groups agree with you that the government carried out massive human rights abuses. And yet, a lot of those groups also point the finger at you and your party for your role, not just in the mass action, but in inflaming the situation. No Raila, no peace became a slogan across the country. Nearly a decade on, are you willing to take some responsibility for the death and destruction that happened in your country?
You see, you need to know that what happened in the country was all spontaneous. It was not planned. They were broadcasting the results live on all the 3 major channels of television. And they saw that I was leading the President Kibaki by over 1 million votes. When all of a sudden, the government ordered all the TV stations to stop live coverage. And then when eventually the Electoral Commission went and announced what everybody knew was a rigged result, the reaction was spontaneous.
But what about your role in calming it down rather than exacerbating it?
People were protesting.
No Raila, no peace. Doesn't sound like peaceful protest to me.
No, but people were protesting what had happened.
I understand, and everyone has a right to protest. But the violence.
I don't agree.
Do you agree with Human Rights Watch, who said in January 2008, we have evidence that ODM politicians, your party, and local leaders actively fomented post-election violence in many communities? ODM mobilizers organized, directed, facilitated violence unleashed by gangs.
I totally disagree, because the government did carry out investigations, and people were arrested, people were taken to court, and they were charged.
Some people were referred to the International Criminal Court, as you know.
Because, and you know the
crimes against humanity, yes. And yet the last 2 Kenyans who are still in front of the court were recently, the cases were dropped, thrown out against William Ruto, the Vice President of Kenya, former ally of yours, now an opponent. But here's the thing, the ICC ruled there was insufficient evidence against Ruto. It refused to acquit him. The presiding judge declared it a mistrial because of, quote, troubling incidents of witness interference and intolerable political meddling. And yet you went on Twitter and congratulated the Vice President for getting off scot-free.
There are 2 things here. First, I said that he has been on trial for the last 7 years without peace, but he did not acquit himself.
Well, he hasn't been acquitted.
It is the court which released him.
Yeah, but not acquitted him.
And it's the court that I blamed. I said that if...
Hata mkipiga serikali watu wengi wanasikia mnapiga serikali sana. Mjiandikishe na SHA. Program za serikali zisiwapite kwa sababu ya siasa. Si ni kweli? Ukiwa mgonjwa sasa utakuwa peke yako. Na hiyo ni program nzuri sana. It's a world class program. Problem ni mingi. It has a lot of teething problem. Na mimi nisitwe harambee mtu mgonjwa. Sawa, asanteni sana.
Wale wa Kenya ambao walijisajili kwa SHA na wale ambao wanakatwa mshahara kama mimi sio wengi sana, na pesa yao yote ukiweka pamoja haiwezi ikabeba matakwa na malengo ama hitaji ya matibabu ya mamilioni ya Wakenya ambao wanaishi katika hali ya uchochole. Kwa hivyo mimi nachukua nafasi hii kuomba rais wetu wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, Mheshimiwa William Ruto. Kenyans are crying that this SHA is not working. There is no money. The system cannot accommodate the millions of Kenyans who have registered with SHA. Mr. President.
Kueleze former speaker wa county ya Kisumu. Hii Kisumu county umesema ya kwamba tuna support William Ruto. Nataka nikuambie that we are not supporting President William Samoei Ruto. And these are the reasons. Kidogo tu. These are the reasons. Number 1, when we went to the road, many youths were killed. On 25th June, over 70 youths were killed. And because of that, we will never support William Ruto. You are killing the people. You cannot kill us, and at the same time, you want us to lead. You want to lead us.
Asante Bingwa. A lady standing against a rogue government. A lady talking about the ills of a sitting president. We the men, we feel like if a woman can do that, why can't we do the same, or why do we become afraid? So I can say that she has really influenced us. She's a role model.
Fantastic, and welcome. Enjoy the day, of course, get to know her. Senator Methu, how are you?
Very fine, how are you?
Good. Kenyans have been asking why he doesn't get his hair cut or combed. Today looks much better.
Yeah. Just about joining the party. It's about fighting for the same cause. We are in the same cause and fighting for the same cause. We want to liberate our country. That's why we are actually very proud of the name that the party has chosen, Party of Liberation. So we are here to liberate our people. It does not matter which party we are coming in from. Of course, we are here because our leader, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, is coming. But more importantly, because we are all supporting the same cause.
Your expectations from this?
We expect that there will be more vibrancy. We expect that we'll have even more people joining us and joining this cause so that we can be able to fight and work very hard to ensure that William Ruto is a one-term president.
What to the young people in Kenya?
I want to challenge the young people. You have done it in the past. You did it on when we had the finance bill. You can do it again and again. This is our country.
8,281 promises. I have heard of 1,000 plus. Where? Mwalimu wa maths ako wapi? It's even more than 1,500. Tunakosea hiyo hesabu. There are more than 281. As delusional as they are, as delusional as they will be, there are more than 281. Yeah. At 281. Do you people listen to them talk? Okay, do you listen to how they hallucinate? That's not hallucination. It's delusional. It's delusions. Where? Those numbers are correct. They are very low. And I don't like it. For the shame that Kimani Ichung'wah brought to Kenya, I want to see whom they will blame. Hizo siku zingine wamekuwa wakiblame Rigathi. Sijui. Whom will they blame today? You can't blame Mehdi. Mehdi is a journalist. We want you blame Gemianzia hapa home. Not away. Mehdi is not even Kenyan. So, who are they going to blame exactly? I say, ndo ujinga ni kama wewe unaongezeka Kenya kila siku. The numbers are skyrocketing. I don't like it. Yeah. We need to have a conversation as functionable adults who are voters. Are you people calm with extrajudicial killings? Are you people calm with police brutality? Are you people calm with politicians? The thought of Kimanongo embarrassing and putting shame in Kenya because they can't keep straight with the stories they have? Are you happy that the Kenyan health system is not working even after being puffed up by the use of 104 billion? Are you happy that the funding model that was put in place isn't working, that we have to refer back to help? Are you happy with a regime that is operating on arguments and blame game? Are you happy in this economy that there is no cash flow? Are you happy with a regime that is hosting terrorism groups in Kenya? Are you happy when we start receiving threats from a very not country like Sudan because we hosted a group that wanted to form a parallel government against them? Are you happy with the president launching projects that can't continue? Are you happy with the president insulting us? Are you happy with politicians insulting our mothers? Are you happy with a regime that is operating on lies? You all need to step back, because if you cannot and start operating on the moment of Kikuyus, Luos, Kalenjins, we are going to recycle the dirtiest crap politically back to the same seats. Why the fuck am I so mad so early? Tuanze kufikiria na akili. Sio heshima iko huko nyuma. I said what I said.
Then you have a matter where if you're a country that you are not willing to accept criticism, you are a president and you think that you are going to take people like me, you are taking young Kenyans and you're killing them. And right now, some of them are being killed in a stadium in one of the western province county governments. That is the information I got last night. They are taken there at 2 o'clock in the morning. And the bodies are picked at 7 in the morning in trucks. What have we become? What state are we? Honorable Gachagua, you talk about how they may want to kill you. All of us can be killed. Please, if they kill me, come for my funeral. Because I'm not going to stop talking about these things. I will not. And if they offer the money, I will not take it. I will not. It has reached a country where all of us now must begin to interrogate ourselves and ask ourselves, lest we forget like I heard my brother talk about, lest we forget every single thing that is going to happen to any of us can happen to any of you out there. So finally, I want to tell the leaders on this table, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, don't be like these people if you become president. Rigiji, don't be like these people.
Haya, ndio hao waliobebwa na magari kuletwa kwa mkutano wa Ruto uliofanyika hapa Tezo. Sasa hii wanahangaika kurudi makwao, wanabebwa na malori. Wengine wanakimbilia basi zao kwenye ziko. Mambo ndio kama hayo wenzangu. Unaona mabasi ya shule pale yanasubiri kuwasafirisha kurudi makwao. Wengine wataachwa kuhangaika. Hali ndio hiyo katika hii Kenya yetu. Watu wanahudhuria mikutano na kusanyiko la wanasiasa. Huku kwa TV jioni mnaonyeshwa kwamba kulikuwa kumefurika kweli, lakini watu wamefanya kusafirishwa na kuletwa kwenye mikutano.
Nianze wase, mkufiti, manze unajua history ni ngori. Youths hapa mtaani hatuna ma ID. ID ni kitu ya maana, tunafaa tukue nayo.
We as a Gen Z, we've talked, we've marched, we've fought for change. But what is all this if we don't show up where it matters?
We the Gen Z are the pulse of this country. The future is in our hands. Lakini bila ID, that power is not.
Hii ID is more than just a card. It's the key to opportunities. Ni ufunguo to freedom, the change we have been waiting for.
Why is an ID important? It is because you cannot vote without an ID card. So if you don't have an ID card, one, you do not exist in this country.
As you can see, they are mocking us. What are they saying? That sisi tuko tu pale online, lakini kura ni kwa ground. Now, what can we do? Let's register for our IDs. And for you to register for your ID, you can visit your chief's office because they have all that power with them. Again, we have over 900 registration centers across the country. We have 55 Huduma centers. And then we have 360 sub-county offices.
We account for about 70% of the population. That means if we vote, we get to choose who will be our leader.
2027 will be our moment as the Gen Zs. Ngoja kwanza. We work hard, we push our boundaries, but when it comes to choosing the leaders to determine our future, we are not involved anywhere. Our voices, no numbers zetu hazimati mazee. So what are we supposed to do? Go get your ID, register as a voter, and then come out and vote in 2027. It's that simple.
My fellow young people, the Gen Z, it is high time we understand the politics of our country. We must understand what role politics play in our lives. And until we get politically mature, we will always be maneuvered, swayed, or deceived into supporting people politically, those who don't have Kenyan interest at heart.
2027, without your ID, you will not be able to vote. What are you doing without your ID? I will urge all of us to hold each other accountable. Uliza mzae, uliza madhe, uliza beshte yako kama kona ID.
The cost of living is going high. They are killing us and abducting us every day. What are we supposed to do? We're supposed to send them home. How are we going to send them home?
You make sure you have your ID for 2027 so that we make sure we pump new blood of good leadership and are good leaders and have a better country, because our motherland is where we are.
Identity yetu, Kenya ni yetu.
Our future, our choice.
Identity yetu, Kenya ni yetu.
Identity yetu, Kenya ni yetu. We can do this, guys.
Twende tukapate ID bana. Mimi mwenyewe niko na ID yangu. Here's my ID. Salute you all.
To my fellow young Kenyans, if you are not a registered voter, please make the time to go and register as a voter. Because Kenya's future depends on you and me. So how do you register? There are IEBC offices in every constituency, and that is where you register. So please find the location of the IEBC office in your constituency and register. All you need to carry is your identification card or your passport. There are those who are saying that Huduma centers are registering voters. Huduma centers do not have an IEBC desk as of now, maybe later. So please go register and let's prepare to save Kenya together. And for those who have registered, please go to the IEBC portal and verify your details. Please.
Now, so some of you are very wicked. And I don't have up to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. Some of you are my village people. You are my village people. I will not hide mouth. All of you are my village people. You are the one that is following me. Go and subscribe to my YouTube to prove to me that you are not my village people. Thank you.
Wa Kenya. Ati Trump aliweka Biblia chini akaanza kazi. Na kuna mwingine aliweka Biblia chini akaanza wizi. Nyinyi mutakujiwa. Nyinyi ongeeni tu hivyo.
By the way, guys, if y'all have not realized, Trump has been a sworn-in president for less than 48 hours. But the changes he's already making are massive. Like, he's making big decisions in less than 48 hours. In less than 48 hours, amemaliza LGBTQ. Amesema huko kuna gender mbili peke yake, male and female. In less than 48 hours, amerudisha TikTok. In less than 48 hours, anyway, na kuna huyu wenyu anafanya campaign. Anafanya campaign. Ai. Mungu tusamehe. Anafanya campaign. Anafanya. Hey.
Mheshimiwa William Ruto, wewe ni mwizi. Msaidizi wako ni mwizi. Na lazima tunaomba kwamba Mheshimiwa William Ruto, omba wa Kenya msamaha. Omba wa Kenya msamaha kwa sababu ya yale maovu ambayo uliyafanya na Wakenya wanaumia.
We will not tire. We will not be scared. Tuko tayari. Polisi wajitayarisha mpaka jioni. Ni kukimbiana hapa na pale. Wanasa kwame. Wanasa ai. Wanasa wololo. Wanasa.
Enda pole pole. Cool down. We are not cooling down any soon. In fact, it might get hotter.
We will consolidate
kisungu kubwa. And after we consolidate, we will strategize.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
Hello.
And don't buy into the political rhetoric of trying to divide you into tribes.
Yes.
Our problems are not tribal. There is no Kikuyu problem, there is no Kalenjin problem, there is no Luo problem, there is no Somali problem. There is no Kamba problem.
Yes.
Shift share knows no tribe. The university funding model knows no tribe.
Yeah.
Joblessness knows no tribe. All these problems that we point out,
yeah,
they do not know any tribe.
The revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. I want to perform their favorite song, but you know they love to sue. What song? Yeah, that song. That song? Maybe I think about it. Oh, no. Know what? I slow it down. Say, ladies, do me this solid.
Ooh. Kusambaza hiyo message. Thank you. Fagia?
What?
I'll take it to all the corners. You take it to the entire nation. Yes. Eh? Yes. It is a very solid car. Thank you, sir. Ndugu yangu, God bless you. Fagia wote. Kazi yangu. Asante. Ndugu yangu. Good luck, my brother. Thank you so much. Good luck. Good luck. All the best. Thank you, sir. It's time for a fresh start. Tunafagia wote. Your Excellency.
Aya, alafu matopare. Okay, matopare. Matopare. Topa. Matopare. Matopare, topa.
Tuesday. Tunarudi uwanjani.
She asked me, baby, where you from? I told her, Kenya.
I beg of us, I really want to beg of us today, as the chair of UDA, let's stay focused to what it is we promise those hustlers. Because if we don't deliver, those hustlers will send us out of power, and they'll send us with vengeance. So let us talk about roads, electricity, education, health, types. Let's tone down on the politics. It is not healthy. It is not healthy. It is the wrong time.
Wananchi naweza sikia kuchukua William Ruto. Wanaweza mchukua kwa sababu sisi wananchi, we don't need him. Ametuchosha. Ama nyinyi mjachoka? Mjachoka na Ruto? Ule mtu anataka kuchukua William Ruto, you can take him for free, take Wetangula for free, take Mudavadi for free. Tunawapea hizo takataka zote waende waongoze if they are good to you.
Majenzi mko? Kazi mnafanya kwa mtandao ni mzuri sana. Na tunapongeza nyinyi. Na muendelee. Mtaendelea. Lakini mtandao peke yake haitoshi. Tunataka mjiandikishe kama wapiga kura. Wale watu ambaye watakomboa Kenya hii, wenye kuamua Kenya itaongozwa namna gani, ni hao majenzi wetu mwaka wa 2027. Lakini hamwezi amua Kenya itakaa namna gani kwa simu peke yake. Lazima mchukue vitambulisho, lazima mjiandikishe kama wapiga kura. Siku hiyo ikifika muamuke saa 9, muungane na sisi na wengine, tuende pale kwa debe, tutafute uongozi wa maana ambaye utaheshimu wa Kenya, utaheshimu demokrasia na utakubali kufanyia kila mtu maendeleo. Tumekubaliana majenzi?
Hata nasahau tarehe ni gani. Mimi siko na tarehe kwa kalenda. Na mimi hata sina haja nayo. Mimi chenye niko nayo ni serikali ya 2027. Huyu mkata ushuru tumtoe. Na tuungane si wote.
Mimi vile naona
Nisha reject tu hiyo finance bill 2025. Ningoje tu date ya maandamano. Juu mambo yendi bana. Mimi hata wafanye nini? Mimi nisha reject. Mfanye nini? Nisha reject. Mfanye nisha reject. Nime reject. Mtoe date ya maandamano sasa bana.
And we are not alone. There's a new force of nature at hand, stirring all over the world. They are the young people whom, frankly, we have failed, who are angry, who are organized, who are capable of making a difference. They are a moral army. And the most important thing that we can do for them is to get the hell out of their way.
Kwanza mimi ikifika 2027 naiba mpaka kura ya madhangu na budangu. Sitaki warudi tu huko tena. Sima youth church anuka. Madha zetu bado Ruto unaenda home na 13 parliament tunaivunja. Wende home wote tuanze fresh.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm here to address you. You must go. Ruto must go. Kwapa na hatuendi. Kwapa tunalala huku na hatuendi. We don't fear you guys. You hypocrites. We don't fear you. Mr. Speaker, we don't fear you. Tuko ndani. We stomped inside. Sisi ni nani? I'm inside. Niko ndani. Na tunamalizana na nyinyi. Tunamalizana na nyinyi. Mmetutesa sana. Today is today. You must hear our cry. Sisi ni sisi. Mtatusikiza. Hii ni bunge yetu. Sisi tumewafanya mko hapa. This is our parliament. You must hear us. Kama hamna masikio, tutawafanya msikie. Poa manze.
Sasa nini? President tunataka kuambia uko na miaka 2 katika ofisi. Na hawa wananchi hawa they will punish you na hata ukiwa na pesa utakuwa kutoa nje.
Wacheni tu mimi niseme na mapema. Ndio kama kuna list na andiko mniweke kwa list. I can't wait to reject finance bill 2025. I can't wait because I know it will be something absurd. It will be something mental. I can't wait. Mneke kwa list jameni. List reject.
Idiots who don't want to participate in the affairs of their nation, they think things will just work in and of themselves. Then they are tribalists. And these tribalists, they think that they are only safe with people who are from their tribe. And tribe can mean people from the same culture, same language, or same culture. Then they are citizens. These are individuals who are responsible and know that when you want to be served, you must give those who have the desire and the intellectual capacity to serve you. In many societies, it is only a small percentage of people that can be called citizens, not more than 5%. And if a society wants to grow in the right direction, civic education is what will help the idiot and the tribalist to become a citizen.
yetu. Itoe Ruto Kenya, hata kama angalau na jali. Sisi Kenya tumechoka na Ruto, maisha imetuharibikia, analipisha mpaka sodo ya wamama. Pure kabisa Ruto. We don't like you, go home. Sasa tafuta kiongozi ambaye anapenda mwananchi na anapenda kijana kama si.
They want to be described as honorable even when they are horrible. They acquire things which they have not worked for. They promise us things that they know they will never deliver. And there is no shortage of such men and women in the African continent.
Now, why do you want Ruto gone?
We want Ruto gone because he is killing innocent people. He's wanting to pass the Finance Bill 2024. He's putting tax on sanitary products that girls can't even buy. He can't go to school. He's corrupt. He's taking the money. He needs to go.
Yes.
Out. Now. If you're going to raise anything, start with your hairline.
Nice.
Control, Alt, Delete, Ruto. The drunk did better than you. Drunkard did better than you.
Nice.
Now the next election,
yes.
Unajua hawa ndio watakuwa nasema fagia wote ama mtasema namna gani? This generation,
yes,
they use their might because they didn't vote, the largest vote in the last election.
Hi Kenyans, mi sina maneno mengi. All I want to say is Ruto must go like yesterday. Bye.